The source of the New York Times reported that in February, Biden approved the decision to send more than 100 long-range ATACMS missiles to Kyiv, as well as a batch of cluster munitions of various types. They were part of a $300 million aid package announced in March. Ukraine for the first time has begun using long-range ballistic missiles provided secretly by the United States, bombing a Russian military airfield in Crimea last week and Russian forces in another occupied area overnight, American officials said Wednesday. Long sought by Ukrainian leaders, the new missiles give Ukraine nearly double the striking distance, up to 300 kilometers 190 miles, that it had with the mid-range version of the weapon that it received from the U.S. last October. We've already sent some, we will send more now that we have additional authority and money, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said. The additional ATACMS were included in a new military aid package signed by President Joe Biden on Wednesday. Ukraine has been forced to ration its weapons and is facing increasing Russian attacks. Ukraine had been begging for the long-range system because the missiles provide a critical ability to strike Russian targets that are farther away, allowing Ukrainian forces to stay safely out of range. Information about the delivery was kept so quiet that lawmakers and others in recent days have been demanding that the U.S. send the weapons, not knowing they were already in Ukraine. Ukrainian Defense Forces destroyed S-400 launchers and radar in Crimea. On the night of April 17, a military airfield of the 39th Helicopter Regiment of the 4th Guards Army of the Air Force and Air Defense near the city of Jankoy in temporarily occupied Crimea was attacked. Two U.S.-made MGM-140 ATACMS ballistic missiles reportedly carried out the strike. 3 launchers and a radar of the S-400 Triumph air defense system were destroyed as a result of the strike. The second strike targeted a military equipment reception and repair center of the 77th Anti-Aircraft Missile Brigade in Koronovsk, Krasnodar territory. At the time of the strike, 2 S-300 launchers were being serviced at the site. The strike also resulted in the secondary detonation of unknown ammunition at the site. Preliminarily, 15 Russian servicemen were wounded, and another 22 are missing. There is no information about damage to helicopters. ATACMS combat use. The first official use of ATACMS in the Russian-Ukrainian war was reported on October 17 during the Dragonfly operation of the Special Operations Forces. At that time, the armed forces attacked airports near Berdyansk and Luhansk. Russian Army aviation suffered heavy losses, including Ka-52 and Mi-817 helicopters. Militarny reported on the consequences of the strikes on each of the airfields. For example, in Luhansk, 3 Ka-52 helicopters without blades and wreckage that could belong to an unknown type of helicopter were spotted. Later, on October 26, information that Ukrainian ATACMS could hit elements of the S-400 SAM in the Luhansk region was released. It is reported that a Russian armed forces facility near the village of Bilorichinsk, Luhansk region, was hit during a strike.